from Yamaha Drums is going to show us around some of their offerings that are this year.
Yeah, so a few things we've got that we brought to the table this year in Chicago. One thing is we've got the Stage Custom Hip. Now this kit's been out for a while. I think it came out in 2019. But what we're doing is we want to show the matte surf green because one of the important things that we announced this year at earlier at NAMM and that we wanted people to be aware of at this show is that we've extended the Stage Custom line. So the Stage Custom Hip is sort of the kid sister in that line. It's the full birch shells. And this is a more compact configuration, right, with a 20-inch by 8-inch bass drum, 10-inch tom, 13-inch floor tom. That's also a floor tom snare. But one of the really cool things about this is with this color, when this kit first launched, the matte surf green was only available in this, with the Stage Custom Hip.
Oh, nice.
Now with this year, what we've announced is that this color is now available in all the Stage Custom components. So basically, if you bought this kit a year ago, 2 years ago, and now you want to add a 10-inch tom, 14-inch floor tom, you can do that with this kit. So we're really excited about that because it made a lot of people happy that want to, build on this. And it's a polarizing color. It's a love-hate color. I happen to love it. I live by the beach, so you kind of love a matte surf green, right? Very cool. And my name being Matt, it just makes sense. So anyways, we love this kit. It's also
nice.
the Stage Custom also this year. You have to look it up. We don't only have them here because they're kind of selling fast. There's a deep blue sunburst color, which we launched with the Stage Custom colors. It's not available on the hip kit because it just didn't really quite work out with the sizes of everything, and maybe eventually it will. Who knows?
Yeah.
But all the other Stage Custom components have that blue sunburst. It's a beautiful finish. You can see the wood grain through it. So we've got that, and then the white now changed from this sort of a polar white to a natural white, or we call it a classic white. So it's got a little bit of a little bit more yellow tint, a little more vintage look to it. So excited about that. And then the other thing we've got, any questions?
Good. Oh, I was just gonna say I love this. It looks so good in person, and like it has that nice, like you're right, like a surfboard kind of beach thing. I love that kit. I noticed you've also got triggers on that, not to bring attention to that.
No, that's good that you mentioned that because one of the things we're showing here is sort of that compact. There's a few things we've got. We've got the lightweight hardware, the HW3 Crosstown, which the map on that is about 420. Cool. You take everything you see here, which is the hi-hat stand, the two cymbal stands and snare, put it in the bag that it comes with, and it's under 20 pounds. It's about 17 pounds. So you can even throw a pedal in there and still not break your back. This whole kit, everything you see here, you can really get into a gig in one load if you just had the right bags and strong enough legs. But it's really a lifesaver for gigging drummers that don't want to carry a lot of stuff. Like if you've ever played at a stage that's probably approximately this size, where the bass player's falling off, right? We all been, and it works really well for that sort of situation.
I think every drummer has been in a bar where your butt is against the front window of the bar.
You're leaning back against the wall. The bass player's kind of right up on the ride, and you're trying not to hit the crash too hard because it'll knock into the singer. It's been I think we've got one of those next week.
Yeah. I love the hard. I don't know if this is still true, but one years ago at the Dam Show, somebody told me that a lot of the hardware ideas and some of the metallurgy stuff, actually even like the lessons that Yamaha's learned from like the motorcycle divisions and stuff, that like they share sort of metallurgy secrets a little bit, and it helps you guys to make really light drum hardware that a lot of companies wouldn't have access to that much wealth of information.
Absolutely. I mean, we do a lot of knowledge sharing, not just within the music team, but within the whole corporation. And that the hardware, for example, we learned a lot from the boat companies, right? Because the Yamaha, the folks that do the boats, they have to salt spray things. They have to make sure it's going to stand up at sea. Hey, our hardware, we're actually one of the biggest lines that supply the cruise ships because folks on bands playing on cruise ships need stuff that's going to be out, in the elements and can withstand that salty air, and that's what our hardware does. So it's great. And then also, speaking of learning, another thing we're showing here is the EED10.
Yeah.
It's not a new one, but it's one of our more exciting products because it's again very unique to Yamaha in that we not only know about drums, we know about sound. We work with our pro audio division, we work with our guitars division, our synths division, and all of that knowledge went into making this, which is a single unit. Well, two. You get your mic and your module. So in that one box, you get those two pieces. And you can mic your whole drum set quickly, instantly.
So there's just the two.
Yeah, and it
oh my
the
come
entire thing. So it's
come over here and see. So that's this guy. So this just goes next to you, and this you have. What is it? Oh, that's okay. So you have
the mic and the kick, and there's a kick trigger in there as well.
The kick trigger, and then a condenser mic or something that would hear the whole kit, and then you've got your tom, and then this thing is smart enough to understand what you're doing and trigger realistic, good samples from that to give you a direct out.
Exactly. It's got the outputs. You can go to USB. You can record to 90 minutes with a USB card. We have a lot of musicians use it for scratch tracks. Also, if there's also a USB out for social media. So we have a Rec and Share app. If you use that, you can record songs. We have a lot of folks on social media. It's funny, we play a little game at Yamaha, like who's recording on social media with the 8010. You'll see that little black box. You go, yep, that's a Yamaha product. That's, you know, our mic system. Because you don't have mics everywhere. You can just really focus on your playing.
So is it? I always thought it was, because I see that and I think trigger. So I assume it's a triggered sound you're hearing. Are you hearing the kit and a trigger, or I honestly don't know. So
there's a few things. If you kind of pan in on top, you'll see these two little sensors. Right, that's the mic that catches everything from the top. The trigger's down below, and that's just to give the bass a little extra, you know, bump. What we're showing there, you see that trigger on the right on the tom. That's actually an added trigger. It doesn't come with the kit, but you can purchase that, add it on. One of the really cool things about that is, in the way we're showing it here, say you add that trigger, say you're on a stage this big, you don't want to bring a bunch of hardware, but you've got a few songs in your set that maybe use a cowbell or use a tambourine sound. You know those sounds are all loaded into this module, or you can bring in your own sounds if you want, your own loops, tracks, all that stuff. Bring it in, put it in the module, and then you cue it up so that when you hit that floor tom with that trigger on whichever, you've got to set it, put it in the settings. When you're on that kit in there, you hit it and then it triggers that sound. So it, right there saves a lot more time and energy and loading things in.
And it visually looks good. You don't have to have all that in the way. Yeah, you say social media. We do a lot of video production, and we have a little video production studio at the store. And as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, maybe I need to go shopping.
Yeah, it's fantastic for social media. I mean, really great sound, for recording your entire kit. Really quick, really easy, and. And again, one of those things that Yamaha can do that. It's a tough one for other companies to do if you don't have that, especially a drum company. A lot of them don't have that tech side, or the tech company that doesn't have the drum side. So it's really a perfect blend.
It's incredible. And you guys have always made a really high-end digital drum kit, and this is just marrying it to other pro audio and other things. That's fantastic.
Again, you can get like a clean sound from your drums, or if you want to add a little reverb. And then you can go totally whack out and do like some crazy, effects on it and really get almost like an electronic drum set on your acoustic kit. It's funny.
Do I look like I'm gonna freak out?
Right?
Why is that have anything to do with anything?
We all do every now and then, right? That's what we're doing here.
You got some kick drum pedals here. Yeah. You got another kit over here. This looks really cool. I like this. That fade is, I don't know. We get Eric in here to look at it, but boy, that's a good looking kit. So.
Yeah, this is actually my favorite kit that we have. Not that I'm supposed to have favorites. I love all of our products equally.
I love all my children.
Exactly. But personally, this is our live custom hybrid oak. This is a kit. I actually, I have the predecessor to this was the live oak. They launched it a few years ago. Then they kind of redesigned it. Yamaha, we redesigned it. Added a phenolic ply inside. This is oak is known for its really loud, pronounced sound, and with that phenolic, it just gives it more attack, a really more focused tone. It's a beautiful sounding drum set, and on top of that, it's got this uzukuri finish, which we do, where they sand it down, add a layer of paint on it, sand that down of the black paint, and then that leaves a sort of black in the grain. And then they do the final finish. So that's why you get that really kind of striking, gorgeous. It's not a wrap. This is the actual finish. You can feel it. You can feel the texture of the wood. It's just a gorgeous kit that sounds amazing. And it launched a few years ago, kind of COVID hit, and attention went away from it. And this year we really want to bring it back and let people know because we think it's one of our more hidden gems. But I mean, those that know it, love it. It's a beautiful sounding kit. And the folks that have come through to play today we've had quite a few people that have fallen in love. So
yeah, I love. I don't know if Eric could come up here and see his tom. You can really see that like it's sanded into the grain right here. It's just like, I don't know if you can get in here and see that, but like you can really see how like it's definitely in the finish. And like you say, I can see how they put it in there and then go below and come back up. Like that's some good woodworking stuff, man. I love to see that. But hey, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today. Thank you very much.